We're going to finish out this course. A city car. And then the instructors obviously get the Buffalo. Who are we waiting on? Alright, so go ahead and get in your vehicles. And for this course, what you're going to do, vehicle, so one right after the other. That means somebody get behind Pitbull and then the other one get right behind them. And your starting point is going to be right at this funnel.
I'll be watching them.
Alright, so our first thing is that you're going to weave in and out of these cones. Do not knock my cones over. Okay, if you knock my cones over, I'm not going to be happy. So we're going to want the first cadet to do that. Once you're past the cones, you're going to go through the obstacle course. And the goal of that is to not damage your vehicle. If you damage your vehicle, you're starting the whole course over. You're going to go back to the very beginning and get a brand new police car. Okay, after that, you're going to go off of a ramp. Hold on. Back up, back up. Do not start yet. Back up, back up, back up. Go all the way back to the beginning. So, after you get past the ramp, you're going to drive around the corner there, and you're going to see an SUV, and you're going to see another police car. You're going to, until there is an instructor in that vehicle, and I get over there and start the pit training, okay? So the first cadet, you can go ahead and start now. Make sure you're code 3 so you put your lights on. The goal is to get through it as quickly as possible, but as safely as possible. And you just messed up my cone.
On my screen, I didn't touch them.
He touched one, though.
On my screen, I didn't touch a single one. Yeah.
It's a lot of cones.
Don't crash into that wall either. Alright.
And wait here.
Park right behind that cruiser.
Oh! Jesus.
Got some lag going on.
Trooper, you just like smashed everywhere.
I don't even have any dents on my car or anything.
Alright. Cadet, you can go ahead and get in this police car over here on my left. And if the other cadet hasn't started, they need to start the course.
Alright, do you want me to... Oh, okay, we're gonna wait for everyone. Alright.
No, they're just lagging everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's throwing me off.
Whoa!
Jesus!
Trooper,
Quit driving,
stop
Trooper.
moving. Yeah, stop moving.
Alright, other cadet, get in the other vehicle. Here's the deal.
Turtle, back up a little
When I say 3, 2, 1, go, we're gonna have Piggy and Turtle go first. So Piggy, you're gonna drive it, your SUV down the runway, and Turtle, the goal is for you to pit this vehicle. Okay?
Am I allowed to move my vehicle across the runway like...
Who is asking that?
That's Piggy.
No, I want you to go in a straight line. This is not an evasive maneuver. This is just simply letting the cadet do the pit. So just drive in a straight line, let the cadet pit you. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Remember, you gotta go at a fast enough speed in order to pit.
Perfect.
Successful pit.
Alright, good job. Take your vehicle and go over there towards the wreck scene. Okay, that's off to the side over there. And just wait for further instruction. And the next cadet and the next deputy can go in 3, 2, 1.
Is that all the cadet chairs?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sure, you got him good.
Alright, come on down here and we're going to go to the wreck scene.
33.2 seconds, Jesus.
Alright, park behind that city cruiser. Alright, so this is your wreck scene here, and you can see how this vehicle is positioned. This cruiser is positioned to block off this roadway to let traffic go around. Okay, so we're blocking off this lane. Yeah, the cadets want to come up here for a second. Alright, so you've arrived to this scene. You're at an intersection. Can somebody tell me what they think happened here?
One of the vehicles ran a red light or a stop sign,
And the bus.
I'd say it was a
T-boned
bus.
Okay.
Yeah, T-boned his car, and his car ran the stop light or
and,
stop sign.
flipped over.
Alright. So, when you're conducting this investigation, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to interview the surviving parties. Okay, anybody that's around the scene that saw it, gotta figure out who that is. You gotta put together the pieces of the story. So what you find out after your investigation is that this car had 4 people in it. It was a family of 4, and the dad was the driver, and he has run the stop sign. It was his fault. He ran it, and the bus hit him, and everybody in this car is now dead. So the father, you realize that you find an open container of alcohol in the vehicle, so you know that he was DUI. You could smell it coming from him, and you get statements from people that say that he was swerving all over the place, he was driving crazy. In our community, are we gonna charge him with a DUI? And are we going to cite him for running the stop sign, and are we going to cite him for reckless driving?
In our community,
Yes.
I want to say
I want to
yes.
say yes, but I also want to say no.
Say no, yeah.
Because
Alright.
he's pronounced dead.
Well, he is
We
dead.
do
Does
charge him.
a deputy want to explain to them what we do in this situation and why we do it?
So we charge them in this situation because if we would never charge them, it would happen all the time and nobody would ever care.
Correct. So a prime example would be is if I went into our lobby and shot everybody in there, killed everyone, and then I killed myself. I would not be charged with murder of all those people. However, what we do to prevent, constant priorities like that is to charge the person with whatever they did wrong. So they always get charged, no matter if they're alive or dead. If they've committed an offense, they've broken the law, you charge them. Alright. We're going to move over to this traffic stop here. It looks like someone moved my car that I had set up right behind it. So we're going to have a deputy walk you guys through this. We'll help you. I want a deputy in the SUV and I want a deputy in that cruiser. I want you to perform a traffic stop on this vehicle. Cadets, I want you to pay attention to this because you will be performing a traffic stop as well. Deputy who is going to do the traffic stop, I want you to explain to them what you do, how you go about initiating a traffic stop, what you do on the CAD, all of that good stuff. Okay. So can I get
I got a question real quick, sir.
Yes.
On a traffic stop, there's 3 ways to do it if I'm not mistaken. Does it matter if we do inline, offset, or angled?
We're gonna show you how we want you to do it. Can I get a deputy over here? Where's Cressman?
He's on the runway.
Right here.
Alright, you wanna come over here and perform this traffic stop for me?
Yeah.
Alright, and that was a good question. So basically what we want you to do is you can do the traffic stop however you like. Obviously the safety of you and the person that you're pulling over is the #1 priority here. So you can, it just depends on the situation. If you're on a busy roadway, obviously you would probably want to park your vehicle like this, so that if you're hit, it's a better chance for you to come out of it alive.
Let's say like this was a road right here, you would angle your car just so the AI would go around you and not just hit you when you're talking to this.
That's also a good point. GTA logistics are kind of messed up, but if you angle your vehicle like that, there's a better chance that the car is just going to go around you instead of, you know, if you're offset on it and your vehicle's straight, then the AIs are just going to line up. So watch for that.
And if we're going back to, let's say this was a busy road too, you could either avoid it all and just go on the opposite side of the vehicle and talk to the suspect from the passenger.
Yes, that is actually the policy that is going to be implemented with the BCSO, is that you must approach the passenger side window. Do not approach the driver's side. That is going to put you at high risk of getting struck by a vehicle. When you approach the vehicle on a driver's side, your back is towards the oncoming traffic, and you aren't able to see what is coming your way. If you're on the passenger side, you're able to keep an eye out on the traffic that's coming towards you. You're able to keep an eye on everybody on the car. So it is a much better option for everyone if you approach the passenger side of the vehicle. So I'm gonna let.
I do have one comment.
Okay.
Does that? Well, technically it's a question, but an angled traffic stop, doesn't that put more space between you in case they start shooting at you?
The
More
angle?
protection. Yes.
Well,
Because you got the engine block, the tire.
not necessarily. I don't think it does. I don't think that is a very something that's considered when you use this method, because they could very easily shoot you this way as well. So it's going to be basically how you react to that shooting is if you're going to make it out or not. If your car's parked in any sort of way, it's not going to matter. It's going to matter how you react and where you are. Like, so say that you get out of this vehicle, you approach the passenger side. What we want you to do is come to this side of the vehicle and crouch behind this door and run your information. Okay, because if you get in, the siren is going to be going off. We don't want that. You can't turn your lights off, so you get over here on this side, you crouch behind the door, you do what you're supposed to do, your lights are still running, you're protected. That's how you're going to run your information. So it's not going to matter if you're diagonal or straight, because you're going to have the same amount of protection because you're on the passenger side. Alright, so I'm going to let Cressman go ahead and Pitbull.
I have a quick question as well.
Okay.
We're gonna show how to do a proper felony stop.
This is not a felony stop. This is just a regular traffic stop. So Cressman, get in the city cruiser and just perform this traffic stop. So the scenario here is that you've caught him running a stop sign, and everything's going to come back valid, but I want you to run through the process with them of how you are going to, how you're going to approach this vehicle, what you're going to do when you approach the vehicle, and what you're going to. Right. Now, first question is, do you guys have access to our CAD?
I do not.
No, we do not.
Alright, I'm going to look up your name while he's going over this traffic stop, so pay attention to him, and by the time this is done, I will have you guys added to the sheriff part of the CAD. And you guys can log on there and watch him explain this. So actually, wait a minute, Cressman, because while you're explaining this, I want them to be on the CAD watching.
Sheriff.
And I'm on dispatch right now, so I can see everybody that's on.
Okay. So give me 1 second. I've got to go in and give you guys access to the sheriff part of the CAD. If anybody else has anything to add about the traffic stops and what we do, go ahead and fill in this dead space while I work on this. Do you guys have any?
Patrol going so far today? I mean, training. Patrol. No sentiment.
Do you guys have any questions about anything else that you've gone over so far?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet, really, sir.
All right, we haven't discussed like the policy stuff. We're gonna save that for after. So just be ready for that. Right now, I'm not able to connect to the CAD. Hang on 1 second. For some reason. So for those watching, we use a pretty cool CAD. I'd show it to you. but I'm unable to show it to you at this time. If you're interested in seeing the CAD, just join our community. So I'm gonna go to civilian management, and Turtle is your name. Turtle on here. There it is.
Should be.
For some reason that's not this. Okay, I will say that this CAD is terrible on mobile.
Oh yeah.
Computers always, sir.
Yep.
But for some reason my laptop is not connecting to the Wi-Fi, so I do not know why. And it's not letting me...
I have that problem too. I usually have to restart it.
And it's not letting me add you guys on because it's stupid on the phone. So let me... Alright, Crispin, just go ahead and show them the traffic stop. I'll have to get you guys set up on the CAD tomorrow, and go over it with you then. So go ahead and do the traffic stop and explain what you're going to do.
Alright, so like Chief Law Dog said, what you want to do is park a vehicle like this and turn on your lights. What I also advise you to do is turn on your high beam so you blind the driver and he doesn't know what you're doing. So when you want to call it into dispatch, you want me to use yellow or just say it over this?
Okay, so here's the new policy that's been implemented. Every time that you are on a traffic stop, you do not have to call it in on Zillow, but you absolutely 100% have to mark it on the CAD. Okay? You have to do that. If you don't, you're going to be getting a write-up from the department. Also, Cressman, can you explain to them how to keep the lights on using the high beam? How to keep that spotlight on or lights on any other vehicle?
What you want to do is you turn on your lights, you want to step out of your vehicle, you want to hit the circle so you punch and forward, and then you get back in the vehicle, let it engage, you get out, and it'll stay.
Yep, so you're going to want to make sure that your high beams are on, and then step out of the vehicle. As soon as you step out, you're going to press circle, throw a punch, get right back in the vehicle. You're going to wait for the engine to start up, you're going to wait for the lights to come on, and as soon as that happens, you're going to leave the vehicle immediately, and then your lights should stay on. Alright, go ahead and continue with your stop.
Alright, so what you want to do is not call things on. What you actually want to do is put it onto the CAD, and there's a button called traffic stopper next to out of service. If you know what the CAD looks like, I'll show it to you later. Then you just fill out the information for your location, the vehicle, the description, and all that. So you want to walk around the back side of your vehicle. Because if you walk in front of it, you might get hit by his car, or you might get hurt by your own car. You want to walk in between the car. You don't want to walk all the way to the driver's side window. You want to walk behind it. Best way, if he starts shooting, he can't really see you straight across. Do you want to announce yourself? How you doing today, sir? From the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. I'm stop you today.
No, I don't know why.
Well, it's for your erratic driving back there.
Okay.
Do you mind if I have your license, registration?
Sure, here we go. Hands ID, hand service license.
Do you want to validate that name on the driver's license?
Pitbull 7543.
Okay. You hang tight here while I go in your information, okay? And you want to walk back the same way you came. Never want to go, you never want to go in between your vehicle and his vehicle. Because if your vehicle gets hit, you're turning it into a pancake. You want to walk back, open up the door, and you try to get up there. And once you do that, you open up the CAD. You want to hit name database, and you type in the name that he provides you. Usually what it is the first name, and then the last name would be your gamer tag.
So I've accepted you guys on the CAD, so you guys do have access to the sheriff part of the CAD. And yes, that is the new policy, is to Put your PlayStation ID as a first name and a period for the last. But I don't think all the civilians have done that yet. So we're still waiting on that. But that's what it's supposed to be. So if you guys want to, go ahead and hop on the CAD real quick, and you can watch how this is being done on the CAD. You're going to want to click Patrol. Select the Blaine County Sheriff's Office crew session. Your identifier is supposed to be your unit number. So if you don't have an identifier, then you need to create one. Press the red lettering. It says here in your account settings, make one of your unit number. Your unit number is going to be the number that you gave us in the application. If you don't remember that, you need to go. I do not know. You're going to have to go back and look that up. Once you got your identifier, you can log into the CAD that way and start your patrol. I believe Turtles is 627. T-Dog
That's all
is
we put in?
T-Dog is 623. Yeah, that's all you put into the CAD as your identifier. And then you're gonna click continue, and then it's gonna come to a subdivision. You're gonna click patrol as your subdivision. And then once you're into that, you should see all of our buttons pop up. Let me know when you guys see that.
So we click on subdivision?
Yes. And in the subdivision, you'll see patrol.
Mine says no active subdivision.
None of them? Alright, so just click a blank. Click the blank option if you can, and just see if you can get into it that way.
There ain't no blank option.
There's nothing, there's no option for subdivision?
Nope.
So you can't choose anything. Can you continue past that point?
I'm on everything. The name database, plate database, firearm database. Patrol map reports, 10 codes,
Yeah,
all that.
okay, that's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, it took me straight to it.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay, well then you're where you're supposed to be. So you're going to want to put in service. And then put available. That button should have lit up for you. You press available, and then when you're on a traffic stop, you're going to press the button that says traffic stop. For location, you're going to put where we're at, so and the address for this place is 501. That's all you have to put, 501. Because there's only one 501 in the whole state of San Andreas with the map that we created. And then the description, you're just going to put you're on, you know, you have a gray vehicle, gray SUV at the stop. And then you're going to click confirm. And that's going to put you out on a traffic stop with this vehicle, and dispatch is going to be able to see where you're at and what the description of the stop is. Alright, so once you've done that, Cressman currently is running the name and the plate of this vehicle. And obviously you're going to see the name and plate option over there, so that's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to run the name, press name, run the name. You want to run the plate, press the plate. And so Cressman, go ahead and continue. You're going to give him a traffic violation, a citation for his violation.
So like you said, I'm going to give him a citation, but we're not going to use the citations on the, we're not going to use the actual citations that it's providing us on the website. What we're going to do is use the Google form that is provided for us.
And that is also incorrect. So we are actually using the reports that are on this CAD. We are able to see all the reports from the admin side, so we have moved over to this. We've gotten rid of the Google Forms and the citations that's on the website. So it's pretty easy. You just click the report button, and you've got many options. You've got traffic written warning, traffic ticket, incident report, and arrest report. We are not using the incident report. We're not using the arrest report. It's up to you whether you want to give this person a warning or if you want to give this person a citation. That's going to be totally up to you. That's officer discretion. So if you want to give them a traffic ticket, you're going to click traffic ticket. the ticket's going to pop up. When it says name and search for the person, you're going to put the PSN ID. It's going to auto-populate every single piece of information that we have on that civilian. Then you go down to the second part where it says search plate. You're going to put in that plate, and it's going to auto-populate all the information regarding this vehicle that you got. To put the street name of where we're at right now, it'd be 501 Sandy Shores. And the violation will be a stop sign violation. You don't put the fine because that's not available yet, but that will be coming in an update to the CAD. Then you're going to sign and submit that traffic ticket. And you've just completed a traffic stop. After that, you're going to want to clear out of this traffic stop, and you're going to want to put available again. So click the available button, and that's going to put you out of a traffic stop mode. Head back 10-8. Alright, so we've given this person a ticket. He's free to go. You're going to go back on patrol. You've put yourself back 10-8. And you're ready to pull the next person over. Alright, so we've completed EVOC. We have completed the training course down in the city at our other location. We'll fly back down there. Just take a look at that training course one more time. Actually, I'm going to run through this EVOC course just to show people, and then we can head back down to the city.
Is it okay if I drive this car?
Wreck, just get in with me.
You can drive whatever vehicle you want back down to the city, and at the training course. So, like I said, this is our EVOC course, the first part of it. We're going to weave in and out of these cones real quick. Obviously, somebody has hit a cone right here. It is gone. And knocked that one off and hit that one. Looks like somebody's been playing on the course. There's cones that are supposed to be here. And then you weave in and out. You can check out this sign that actually tells you to caution, drive slow. So, we're going to go through this part of the course that has obstacles. The point of this is to not damage your vehicle and avoid obstacles that is in the roadway. And like I explained earlier, some of these cars in GTA are very light, so they get airborne quite a bit. For, you know, if you hit a rock, it'll get airborne. And I'm not talking about a boulder, I'm talking about like a little pebble. It will get airborne. So they have to be able to do that, and then they come here. These SUVs were lined up earlier in the video. This is our pit area where the Escalade is going to be traveling down, and then the officer, the cadet, is going to perform a pit maneuver. They have to do that successfully. They have to go through all of this course successfully. If they knock over a cone, they start over. If they hit an obstacle, they start over. If they do not form the pit correctly, they start over. So that is the EVOC course part of this training session of this job. We are going to head down to the other training area and just show you one more time. We'll go through it. I'm going to take a helicopter ride with Deputy Pitbull here. And we're going to go down there, and I'll just walk you through the course. Alright, so cadets, you guys have finished the training part of the physical part and the tactical training, firearms training. You've finished the EVOC course, traffic stops, crash investigations, and later on you're going to need to be connected to Zello. We're going to talk about the Zello policy, which is basically you don't say too much over Zello unless you have a priority going on or a situation like a pursuit or a shooting. That's when you're going to call out over Zello and say, hey, we got a shooting going on, I need some help, or whatever the situation. But Zello, for the most part, is supposed to stay quiet, and you use the CAD for whatever call you're out on. If it's something other than a traffic stop, you need to call it in over Zello, but be very quick with it, and Do not spend 5 minutes telling us the story of why you pulled this person over, the backstory of this person's grandma who just came from knitting class. We don't care. We don't want to know that. So just keep it short and sweet. And we'll move on. Alright, we're going to go through this training course one more time here. And just show you. Try not to damage any part of this course, please. Keep it intact as much as you can, so I can show it one more time. So we're also going to have
a log one more time.
A SWAT course going on. We're going to have a SWAT team that's going to be implemented in Blaine County as part of the Sheriff's Office. And that actually, the repelling that I just did is going to be part of that SWAT training. And we're going to have advanced, high tactical situations that the SWAT team is going to have to successfully finish. So again, here's the course. It's a job that took me about just a couple of hours to make. I didn't like the ones that were posted, so I made it my own. And this is pretty much what the cadets have to do here to successfully finish this course. And this is a part where if they fall off, they go off the side like that. They finish here. We require them to get a flare gun, some tear gas, which is mainly going to be used for the SWAT team. The tear gas is shotguns and carbine rifles, so they have all of that. We are requiring them to do firearm training in the form of shooting at these signs here. So right in the X is what we're aiming for, and they've got to unload one clip into the sign, into the center, as best as they can. If they're outside of that X, then they've got to redo it. So SWAT training, they're going to have to shoot out these lights of that car and empty a mag into this sign right in the middle. So after that, they come over here, they get tased with our form of a taser, since obviously GTA does not have the actual taser available to us right now online. So we have the flare gun. It is non-lethal. One shot of the flare gun will not kill you. It just stuns you for a little bit, just like that, puts you on fire, and gives the police an opportunity to come in and handcuff you. And then I obviously we require the cadets to do a physical exercise that is pretty common in most academies. Is running up and down the bleachers. They do this all the way till the end of the bleacher section over here, where they start the new obstacle course, where this is combined with using the carbine rifle and the shotgun. So they start here, they jump over this pile of logs. Somebody earlier knocked over these logs, which I didn't know was possible. When I didn't know a person could actually knock over these logs, but apparently you could. Slide over the pallet, hop over this fence.
If you hit it hard enough, you can knock it over.
In and out of the crate, crouch behind the table, and you kill me. So you crouch behind the table, then you pull out the carbine rifle and you start shooting at the sign. You have to have it right in the middle of that X again, and then you hop over that picnic table and you shoot 2 shotgun blasts at the sign at close range. And that completes that part of the training course. The next step to this is a high-risk call, pretty much a domestic call. And we try to roleplay this as best we can. Sometimes with the job, it works out really well because all the cadets are on one team. Besides me, I'm on the cadet team sometimes, and all the deputies are on another. So it works out really well. The cadets are able to shoot all of the instructors. However, this time, when we had it, it was set to where they couldn't shoot some of the instructors, so it was a little bit difficult. But basically the mission is to come in here and kill the people that have the firearms and save the hostage if there is one. And each situation is different. It could be a drug dealer's house, or a meth lab or something like that, and everybody inside is armed, and they're not going to go easily, should I say. But sometimes it's just a hostage situation, and they have to determine whether or not they're going to kill the person, how they're going to kill the person, or if they're going to use a taser. So obviously it's just 2 buildings put together. Here, SWAT's going to have a lot more calls that they have to do, and a lot more situations that they're going to have to try to figure out. This area is the felony stop area. We're gonna move over here. We've got 2 police cruisers. Sometimes it can have up to 2 deputies per car. And then we have an instructor that sits in this vehicle. And we treat this as a high risk felony stop. Most of the time that's going to be a stolen vehicle, a murder suspect, robbery suspect, those kind of things. Pretty much we're going to know that this person is armed, or there's a high chance that he is armed. So we treat this as a felony stop, obviously. And this is how we're setting it up and how we're training our cadets to approach a situation. And as you can tell, if this guy made a move right now, he would be dead. We have plenty of officers on scene that could take him down right now. So the main part of this one as well, and I forgot to mention this earlier, is especially when there's multiple people in the vehicle, and right now you don't know that there's multiple people in the vehicle, so you want that subject to walk all the way back to you. You want them to come to you.
You do not walk up to their suspect walks to you.
You don't want to walk up directly to that vehicle. You want them to come back to you. You want them to come back to you, and you want to be able to handcuff them right here, right in this area. You don't want to approach that vehicle because you don't know who is in that vehicle. So pit bull, go back there, approach the car for him. No, get out of the SUV and walk back there towards the police cars and get right in the middle so they can cuff you.
Come out of the vehicle, put your hands in the air, walk backwards slowly towards us. Keep going. Keep going. Stop.
At this point, you're going to take the person into custody.
Cuff.
And we've got 1. So now, we are fairly certain there's nobody in the vehicle because we can see through the glass. But we had to take that extra precautionary step, just in case. So now we're going to approach the vehicle. We're going to make sure that it's clear. And you can see there's no one in the vehicle. So we've cleared the scene, we've cleared the car, we're code 4 from this situation. We've got the suspect in custody. So that's our felony stop. And that concludes this part of the training course. Always looking to add more to it. So, looking for ideas.
Cadets, make sure you never just pull out a carbine rifle from your pocket. Go back to your trunk and get one.
Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and end this live stream. Hope you enjoyed the academy. Hope you enjoyed the job. Hope you enjoyed the training situations that we set up. And we'll be live streaming some more. We'll be live streaming our patrols more frequently and our training sessions. So we'll post that so you can watch it in the future.